We love the fact that everyone knows where they were when Compton hit. When Straight Outta Compton hit the theaters, it made a big impact, and that's kind of, I think, really what a filmmaker wants. Is like, we had a voice, we said what we said, and everyone was listening, so that was dope.
Yeah, and now you're doing one of the biggest franchises of all time.
Yeah.
I've got to ask, because these movies have become rare in franchise to become better and better and more successful every time.
Yes.
Was there like a formula, a blueprint? Because this looks very much like a Fast and Furious film.
Mm-hmm.
It looks very much in that style. It has a similar feel. Was there something that you had to follow, or did you have a little more wiggle room?
No formulas.
Really?
Yeah, the one thing I would say, I acknowledge the fact that the fans want to see fast cars. You know, they want to see cars racing and chasing and things like that. That's the only thing that I knew I had to stay true to, but take it to the next level. You know, you see one car race, you've seen them all, so how do we turn, for instance, the quarter mile into the Cuban mile, which is completely different. So I've tweaked everything in the action. Now, the storyline is much different. You're so used to seeing Dom with the family. It's the team and the mission that they're gonna go on. Now, the team is no longer together. So it's completely different. So this experience for the fans, I think, is gonna be a lot different than they expect, and I think really satisfying because of that.
I think so too. I think. Now, do you think, as a director, do you think this is where I want to go with the next film? Do you even think that? Or are you just, this is it, I got to focus on this?
That's, you're right. That's exactly how I think. This is the movie this is the story I'm trying to tell. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I want people to sit on the edge of their seats. I want them to laugh. I want them to cry. I want them to be exhilarated. And so thinking ahead too much, I think sometimes takes some of the heart and some of the that magic out of what you're making. So when you see this is holistically what I was thinking from top to bottom, and whatever comes next is what's gonna come next.
I loved how creative this got, and I didn't expect, but some of the most creative scenes for me, I'm gonna say, I don't want to spoil anything, but Statham.
Oh yeah,
That is,
that's right.
That is like
we know what this means.
Oh my, that's like the
don't say it.
Yeah, it's one
you
of
gotta
those
see
moments.
it to know what he's talking about.
Gotta see it. It's, who came up with that? That was brilliant.
You know what? Chris Morgan, my writer, is brilliant. He's been on this franchise for several movies. We sat down in a room. We talked about a lot of different ideas. He came up with this one. I wish I could take credit, but I pointed cameras at it, and I think it really works.
Well, how are you gonna do? You gotta top it up. Next one, man.
I want to see how this does, and let's see where we go.
All right, team, listen up. This crew is about family, but the game has changed now. Dominic Toretto just went rogue.
You gonna turn your back on family? I know it looks bad. Don't give up on him so easy.
We've only got one chance to make this family whole again.
Don't do this, Dom.
You ready?
One thing I can guarantee, no one's ready for this.
She's the very definition of high-tech terrorism.
There's thousands of cars in this city, and now they're all mine.
Now I know what it feels like to be every cop ever chasing us. Wait! Ah! Oh, damn!
London, Abu Dhabi, Cuba. Our paths have crossed before, Dom. You just didn't know it. I think I need to remind you why you chose to be here.
I got no choice!
If you're gonna catch Dom, you're gonna need a little help.
You want to tell me why you just put me in a room with this tea and crumpets eating criminal?
You don't think that tight t-shirt's cutting off the circulation in your brain? You should get bigger size.
You guys are gonna work together.
Love to.
I've been waiting for this.
We got a tank.
Now it's my turn. Boom, baby.
They just don't give up, do they?
You thought this was gonna be a street fight.
Is that a torpedo?
Take the wheel.
What? This is crazy!
All right, you get style points for that one.
Woo!
I don't know why you're doing this, but I know one thing. You love me. Fire!
Hang on to your ass.
Down!
You're still here. It's over. Go home. What are you expecting? Sam Jackson show up with an eye patch and a saucy little leather number? Go.